Welcome to my channel, C.S. Lewis Spirit. In today's story, we step into something most people don't want to talk about. Something that begins before the rapture. Not the day when the skies open, not the trumpet that everyone expects, but the quiet moment that happens before it all. A hidden separation already taking place among us. It started subtly, almost invisibly. No earthquakes, no thunder, just a shift deep inside people's hearts. Some began to feel distant from everything they once loved. Friends grew colder. Families stopped understanding each other. It was as if an invisible line had been drawn across humanity. A line no one could see, but everyone could feel. Ethan noticed it first. A simple man, a teacher, who loved helping others and believed that kindness could heal anything. But lately, he'd begun to sense something off. His closest friends, the people he prayed with, no longer spoke the same way. Their words felt empty, mechanical. And every night, when he closed his eyes, he felt as if something or someone was whispering to him to wake up before it's too late. Across the city, Maria felt the same thing. She wasn't a believer, not really, but she had dreams that left her trembling. In one of them, she stood on a crowded street, watching as the people around her slowly faded away like shadows dissolving into light. Only a few remained, confused, crying, asking why they were still there. Neither Ethan nor Maria knew each other yet, but both were being drawn into the same mystery, the hidden separation happening quietly before the rapture. It wasn't about angels descending or fire from the sky. It was about choices, small, invisible ones made every single day. Choices that divided hearts long before the world itself would be divided. And as days passed, strange things began to happen. Signals on the radio that made no sense, power surges only in certain neighborhoods, messages online that vanished seconds after appearing. Some said it was government interference. Others whispered that it was divine. But those who truly listened began to understand. The separation had already begun. Ethan kept hearing one phrase echo in his mind. Those who belong will hear the call. But what did it mean? And why did it feel like time itself was running out? Before the rapture comes, there will be a moment of truth. Unseen, unnoticed, but real. And tonight, that moment begins. Ethan's world kept getting quieter. It wasn't just the silence in his classroom or the empty seats on Sunday mornings. It was something deeper, something spiritual. People seemed awake but disconnected, like their souls were half asleep. Conversations felt rehearsed, smiles forced. When he asked his pastor if he felt the same strange emptiness, the man just gave a tired smile and said, "Maybe the Lord is testing your faith." But Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that this wasn't a test. It was a warning. Across town, Maria's dreams grew darker. Every night she woke up at 3:17 a.m., the same time, her phone flickering with static before dying completely. She started writing everything down. The faces she saw, the messages whispered in the dark, the strange light that always appeared in the distance before fading away. One phrase kept returning, "The choosing has begun." She didn't understand it, but she felt it. A pull towards something she couldn't explain. Meanwhile, Ethan began noticing the same numbers on clocks, on receipts, even on the school board. Patterns that shouldn't mean anything, yet somehow did. He found himself drawn to an online group talking about the hidden separation. A quiet division between those who could feel God's presence and those who couldn't anymore. It sounded crazy at first, but everything around him kept proving it true. Maria stumbled onto the same forum one night, when she saw Ethan's post describing his dreams that matched her own. Her hands trembled. Two strangers in different places, feeling the same invisible shift. Somewhere beyond their understanding, something was preparing to divide the world, not by religion or belief, but by spirit. And as both of them searched for answers, the same question haunted their thoughts. What if the rapture had already started, and no one noticed? Ethan hadn't slept in 2 nights. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw flashes of light, not bright, but pulsing like a heartbeat. The city around him felt different now. streetlights flickered in rhythm with something unseen, and the air carried a quiet hum that seemed to follow him wherever he went. He tried to tell himself it was just exhaustion, but deep inside, he knew this was the sign he had been waiting for. The separation was no longer hidden. It was beginning to take shape in the real world. Maria, desperate for answers, decided to meet Ethan in person. They chose a small cafe near the edge of the city, but when she arrived, the power went out across the block. People panicked, phones lost signal, and a strange glow appeared in the sky, silent, moving slowly, like a curtain of light. Ethan stood by the window, staring upward as if time had stopped. It wasn't fear he felt. It was recognition, the same light from his dreams. Inside the cafe, everyone froze. The glow outside pulsed once, and suddenly half the people in the room began to look around in confusion, as if they'd just woken from a deep sleep. The others didn't move at all. They just stared ahead, eyes distant, faces calm. Maria grabbed Ethan's hand, whispering, "Do you see it? They're not here anymore." Ethan nodded slowly. "No," he said, his voice trembling. "They've already been chosen." The sound of the hum grew louder, vibrating through the ground, rattling every window. The air felt heavy, almost electric. Outside, shapes began to form in the sky, shadows within the light watching silently. Ethan turned to Maria, his eyes wide. "It's starting," he whispered. "The final separation."